Hi everybody, and welcome to our final one of these Minion meeting videos, where we're going to go over registration. And I promise it's not as hard as it seems. So first things first, the things we are going to be covering are pre-registration, at-door registration, and peace bonding. These are the main sort of tasks you'll deal with up at the registration desk. Okay, to get us started, let's go over our badge types. So we do have multiple types of badges. There's the single day badge. You can get one for Friday only. You can get one for Saturday only. And they're only good for that day. What if the person only wants to come on Sunday? Well, we don't print out an extra badge for that. We just give them like a 3-day badge. Then we have the 3-day badge, which is, as it states, a badge for all 3 days. Sometimes you'll also hear people call them the full access badges. Then we have the VIP badges. These are for people who paid extra money, so they get all that 3-day access stuff plus some extra goodies like a VIP bag and meet and greet time with some of the special guests, things of that nature. We also have vendor and artist badges, which has all the exact same access as the 3-day badge. It's for the people who run booths in the artist alley and vendor room. All these badges are going to be differently colored, so people have a harder time cheating the system. Some other information about badges is if an attendee wants to upgrade their day badge to a 3-day, they will only need to pay the price difference between those 2 price points. And you can ask a staff member for help with that. And if the child is under 7, they get a badge for free. Now, some other badge types you'll kind of need to know, or things you'll see at the table, are parent badges. These will be the same colors as the day badges. They're cheaper. They're for parents who are only there because they've got a small kid at the convention. It gives them access to the panel rooms, to the vendors room, artist alley, but they cannot participate in any of the events. And then there are panelists. They will have the word panelist underneath their name or with their name in the pre-reg spot. They will get like an extra bag of panelist stuff at the table when they come and get their badge. And then table swaps. These will be listed under the organization or the convention that they're from, and they will not have any names in the field listed. They just get 4 3-day badges and they're good to go. And also with VIPs, when they check in, they will get not only their badge, but like I said earlier, the bag. So these are what the badges will look like. VIP, Minion, special guest, staff will all have much larger badges that will be printed in these various colors. And then Friday, Saturday, 3-day, and artist badges will be smaller. They'll be in this design, and they will be printed on colored paper. So Friday is blue, Saturday is pink, 3-day is yellow, and artist and vendor is a light green. So each of the attendees will receive a badge, a holder, a lanyard, and a program. Things like panelists and VIPs will get the extras we talked about earlier. And there'll be pins at the very end of both the registration and pre-reg for them to write their names in, because we are not pre-printing names on the badges this year. So first up is registration. The people who have not paid yet. So first thing you do when you sit at the table is you'll open up the Eventbrite folder on the tablet and then open up the Organizer app. That's the one that is purple with the orange E. Now after you open the app, you're going to see a whole bunch of statistics. You do not need to worry about any of that. You will ignore it and go all the way down to the bottom to the little ticket sign that says sell, and you're going to want to click that. So after clicking sell, you're going to want to then click the plus sign next to the type of badge you want, be it Friday, Saturday, or as in this example, the 3-day full access. After clicking the plus sign, it's going to take you to another page. That's where you can put in how many of that badge you want. So after selecting the amount of badges you want, you will be brought back to that same sell page where you had the plus signs with the total at the very top of the page, telling them how much it's going to be. The next thing you're going to do is click More Actions, which is in a little spot above all of the options. And then you're going to click Add Customer Info. So then on the next screen, you're going to first fill out the name and email address of the person who is paying. And then after you click Next, you're going to be putting the name information for each and every badge. So after putting in the customer information, you're going to have to choose cash or credit at the bottom of the screen. If you choose cash, simply type in the amount that they gave you, then, take the money to the cash box, get out the change, hand it over, and then bing bang, you're done. If it's credit, you'll be taken to a credit card information screen, and each of the tablets will have a little card swiper on it. So what you'll do is you'll just have them swipe their card, and if it doesn't want to swipe, you'll have to then simply type in the card information on the screen. After the information's input, then they will be asked to sign, and they'll have to use their finger to sign. Once everything is complete, if the attendee wants a receipt, they can choose the option to have it emailed to them, because we will not be printing out receipts. Okay, attendees who have already purchased their badge will have an email with a QR code that they can scan into the tablet. To scan it, all you need to do is when you're on the pre-registration screen that has all the names, is click the little red circle. This will open a camera, and then you'll click check in, and you'll be able to scan the code. If they don't have their code, if they don't have their QR or anything, you can check them in manually by going into the check-in tab and look at the list and find their name. But if they do it this way, especially if they do it this way, you will need to ask to see some sort of ID to verify who they are. So peace bonding. What is peace bonding? Well, peace bonding is rendering dangerous weapons or realistic replicas unusable while at the convention. At the security checkpoint, specifically at the registration desk, you will check their weapons and peace bond those that need it, which is pretty much every weapon. What that means is for things like swords, you're going to need to zip tie the sword to the sheath, into the sheath, so it can't come out. And you may need to get creative, like daisy chaining, especially if it is a sword that is like a katana one without a pommel. And if it's something that they bought at the convention, you ask them to keep it in the box then. No taking it out. If they take it out, it's got to be peace bonded. If it's a fake replica sword that doesn't have a sheath, then what you would just do is put a zip tie around the handle just to mark that it has been through and it's been deemed okay. For guns, the zip tie must pull the trigger all the way back into the fired position and hold it there. Now there are some where the trigger is permanently glued, painted, stuck in position where the thing don't move. At that point you can just put a zip tie around the loopy thing that holds things in, because obviously you can't zip tie something that is cemented in place. Things like arrows, which we had someone come in once. The heads need to be removed, and if they don't, they have to go back into the car. If it's a really weird one and you're not sure what to do with, always radio, ask a staff member for help, and we will figure out what to do about it and how to peace bond it. So for those of you who have been with us for a bit, you know what this is. And for you new guys, guess what? We technically have one more meeting. It's an entirely optional meeting on the Thursday before the con, March 23rd at 5 p.m. What happens is I will lead you guys on a tour of the space so you know where all the rooms are. It'll be another chance for you guys to sign up for extra hours, and it'll be a time you guys can ask me questions, things you just thought of recently or just never got around to asking. Afterwards, if you want to stick around, you can help us set up and anything like that. It's also a place where you can, if you've bought badges, we will have early pickup, so you can go ahead and get them then too. For those of you who have never been to the Old National Events Plaza, we are in the end closest to Martin Luther King Jr. Boulevard, furthest away from the parking lot. So you'll see all those doors, you'll see the really nice doors next to the parking lot, and there'll be doors further on down the street. Those are the ones we'll be entering, because we only have that half of the building. So, I hope to see you all then, and if not then, I'll see you all on that Friday morning. Bye.